Hi, I'm John.
And I'm Steph.
Today's practice is an exercise in boundaries and finding an embodied no. First, let's settle in.
Close your eyes or let them gaze gently downward in a neutral state. Take a long, slow, deep breath in through your nose. Then exhale slowly out through the mouth and pause briefly at the bottom of your breath.
Again, another slow, deep breath in through your nose. And this time, send that breath through your entire body, imagining it extending all the way down to your toes. And exhaling out through your mouth, allowing the breath to circulate all the way back up your body, releasing any stress or tension where you may be feeling it.
Again, another slow, deep breath in through the nose, sending that breath through your entire body, all the way down to your toes, and exhaling out through the mouth, allowing the breath to circulate all the way back up your body, and releasing any stress or tension where you might be feeling it.
Keep breathing in this purposeful way. And as you do, you can silently repeat the following to yourself. I am here. I am safe. My heart is open.
I am here. I am safe. My heart is open. You can allow your breathing to return to its natural rhythm whenever you feel ready to do so. Keep your awareness of it and use it as your anchor to return to whenever you feel distracted.
Sometimes saying no is the most loving thing we can do. Many of us are conditioned to believe that we should put others' needs before our own, or else we would be selfish or lack compassion. Sometimes our fear of retribution for saying no can keep us on the hamster wheel of people-pleasing.
But putting everyone else's needs before our own often leaves us depleted, with nothing left for ourselves.
Healthy boundaries come from honoring your own needs and being clear and open with yourself and those around you.
So how do you establish these healthy boundaries in an authentic way? It starts with being aware of how no feels in our body. The more aware we are of what a sense of no feels like in the body, the more we can recognize it in the moment and honor our boundaries.
For most of us, we know what an extreme or big no feels like, but we easily override a more subtle version of no. We're afraid of disappointing others and easily ignore our preferences and intuitions when they're less overt.
To work with this, we're going to contrast what it feels like to embody a full yes, a full no, and then a subtle no. We'll practice what each feels like in the body, and then have some time for journaling if you'd like to deepen your understanding. First, we'll try on a full yes.
Bring to mind an experience from the past that was deeply valuable or enjoyable to you. Something you would say a full yes to if it could happen again. It might be a time when you were celebrated. It could be a time when you were in a highly creative state, or when you really felt in the zone at work. Or perhaps a time when you were feeling deeply centered and wonderful.
Bring back that scene, imagining being there again, surrounded by the same images, sounds, and perhaps other people that were there, and notice how your body responds. How does energy feel and move in your body? Is there a sense of vibration, openness? Is there an area of the body where you feel this most strongly? Notice if there's a temperature, a warmth, the coolness. Is there a color associated with this feeling? How does this yes feel in your body and in your mind? Notice the quality of your feelings and thoughts. See if you can take a bit of a snapshot of what this yes feels like. Then shake it off. Perhaps physically shaking out your hands and arms, or just relaxing and finding the breath again.
Next, we'll try on a full no. To do this, think of something, a scene or experience recently that wasn't great. Something you definitely don't want to repeat. Maybe it was a clear waste of time or something you wished you hadn't experienced. Now, the intention here isn't to relive the experience. As we know, intense emotions could be involved. Instead, just be aware of what happens in your body. And if at any point you feel overwhelmed, please take care of yourself and pause, rest, or use another experience if needed.
So go ahead and pick something that you definitely don't want to have happen again. If you can, bring that image to mind. And again, see the visuals of that memory and hear the sounds. I want you to notice what happens now in the body. Is there a different way this feels in the body? What's the sense of energy and sensation in your body now? Again, noticing any sense of warmth, coolness, any colors that come with this feeling. Notice the quality of your feelings and thoughts. And note any different qualities or areas of the body that are activated with this full no. This might be a map of what a full or big no feels like for you. Again, see if you can take a mental snapshot or imprint of this big no. When you have a sense of that imprint, shake that off.
Finally, let's try out a subtle no. Pick something that's happened to you recently that you wished you'd said no to. Something that wasn't bad, but wasn't good. It was, or so-so. Maybe it was a time that you agreed to something you didn't really want to, or a feeling of making something work. See if you can come back and find that scene in your mind's eye and hear those sounds. And once again, find that feeling in the body, drawing your attention even more closely in, finding the vibration and energy of this feeling, even if it's subtle. You might want to check in with your belly and chest. Are there any sensations, however mild, that indicate some discomfort?
Notice now if there's a temperature, a warmth or coolness, or a color associated with this feeling. Notice the quality of your feelings and thoughts. Notice that whatever sensations are arising might be an indicator of what no feels like in a mild or subtle form. You might consider this an embodied map or an indicator light. Take a mental snapshot or imprint of this subtle no, remembering that being able to sense this subtle no makes it easier to act on. When you have a sense of that imprint, shake that off. Take a moment to reflect on what each of these three states, the full yes, the full no, and this subtle no, felt like to you.
Allow this session to settle into your mind and heart in its natural time, even long after it's done, fostering healing and ease, inspiring you to see and hear things in ways you haven't before. To close, let's take 3 deep breaths together, inhaling deeply and pausing at the top of the breath to notice the natural stillness that exists there. And exhaling everything out, finding that still space again at the bottom of your breath.
Again, another deep inhale and exhale, feeling that breath weave through every muscle and cell.
Last time, your deepest breath yet, sending that oxygen all the way down to the tips of your toes. And as you exhale, feel it circulating all the way up your body. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes.
If you have a pen and paper nearby, we invite you to try on a few journaling prompts to deepen your reflection. Or if you don't have anything to write with, you can simply use this time to reflect in your mind. Taking some time to reflect, you might describe what each state felt like. Or you might start by writing down the prompt, "If I honored my no more often, I would." Thank you for taking time today to feel into your embodied no.
When we can each be more clear about what we are and not willing to give, it creates more clarity, authenticity, and trust. Until next time.